I have this pine board. It measures 28 by 7 inches, and it just happened to be primed. It does not have to be primed. And I'm going to start by just making my little marks where I'm going to be drilling my holes. My first mark, I did 2 inches in from the left side of the end of the board, and then I did 3 spaces at 6 inches each. And then my last marking was 2 inches in from the right side of the board. So I have 5 holes that I will be drilling. Once I had everything measured and marked out, I then took my drill and I'm going to just drill all of these holes before I start painting. Now your board does not have to be pre-primed. This is just what I had laying in my scrap stash. And again, it measures 28 by 7 inches. I'm going to paint the entire thing after my holes have been drilled, and I'm using some Wise Owl black paint. I did do 2 coats just to cover up that white primer. And once everything was dry, I then took my Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel Clear. You can also use the Wise Owl varnish. I actually do prefer the varnish on darker colors, but this is what I had on hand, and it will work fine. You do not want to overwork it. Once that fully dried, I'm going to be using this stencil. It came from a bee bundle from Michaels. It had a bunch of different bee-themed stencils. Now, the stencil is paper, but if you treat it nicely, you can reuse it a few times. And I'm just going to be using the honeycombs, and I'm using my gilding wax. This is in the color Eternal, and I'm just putting a little gilding wax on my finger, which is also just decor wax. It could be found at chocolatefancy.com. And I'm just lightly rubbing over the honeycombs. Now I'm just sporadically placing them. And once this dries, it dries pretty well. The top coat we did prior, so you do not need to do another top coat. I added a hanger on the back side. And then at Hobby Lobby, I found these cute little bee knobs. In the knob section, every other week, they are 50% off. So I paid $2.50 for these, and I have 5 of them. I'm going to place them in the holes that we had pre-drilled prior to painting the board. And you can make the bees pointing in all different directions, and you can also paint the back side if you wish. And once I had those on nice and tight, I then took my bolt cutters and just cut off the extra piece of the screw from the knob. And there you go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chocolatefancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials over on our webpage. Have a great day.